Good afternoon. It's Mike here from and Claire from ThinkSMART Marketing. So if you've not come across us before, you don't know who we are. We said we just thought we'd start with a series of best tips on marketing from ThinkSMART.
So just had an alert to say we've gone live.
Exactly. So this is for us is really pushing us, completely pushing out of our comfort zone, and we're kind of. Yeah, really pushed out there of something completely different that we've never done before. So, but yeah, it's been good. So, how's everyone's start to the Mondays been? How's your start gone?
Had a good Monday so far?
You've been busy, haven't you?
I have, yeah. We've got a marketing boot camp running tomorrow in Leeds, and we've got 14 businesses joining us. So I'm going to talk about how you can be more from your marketing and sharing some tips, sharing some advice, talking about understanding your customer, getting your messaging right. So I've just been working on finalising that presentation this morning. So yeah, it's been a good morning so far.
Yeah, it's all been busy, and just one of the things that I'm sort of talking on the marketing thing and all this about brands and all the rest of it. I decided at last to ditch my iPhone 6s because the battery was going, it's been updated, and it's running really, really slow. So I've been and bought a new iPhone 7, which seems to be okay, good. Apart from I forgot to pair it to my car this morning, so. I'm taking a phone call and wondering why I can't answer it, but I'm having a bit of a senior moment. And then at the same time, I was feeling a little bit, I thought, I've been after an iPhone watch, an iWatch for ages, so I actually went and bought one of those too. And that's quite cool, actually. But it got me thinking about, there's lots of things out there on the market, but you know what? I think for me, it was about sticking with that brand, something that I like, know, trust. And I was having a conversation with a guy in the Apple store, actually. And he was quite a young guy, and when I was telling him I was going back sort of first Mac Write and Mac Paint back in the early 90s, he kind of looked at me as a bit of an old so-and-so and did lose interest after a while. I've got
when you doing clip art.
Yeah, I was doing clip art back in the day and things like that. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, so clip art and things, but going back, but it just shows you how you kind of get loyal to a brand, really. So you find something that you like and you stick to it. And for me, it's just, I can't kind of go anywhere else. I know there's lots of alternatives, for these different wearable technologies. But for me, it was the iPhone that kind of works. And so far, I'm still trying to work it out. I probably need a small 12-year-old to come and show me how to do it. But apart from that, yeah, it all seems pretty good. So, so here we are. We started off at the beginning of the year thinking, you know what, we really need to be sharing some of this marketing knowledge that we have. And so we did a few videos last year, and got some good responses, actually. We've got some really good stuff, but we decided actually we need to be a bit more structured about this and then go for these these Facebook Lives. So that's what we're doing. So first one we're going to talk about is actually, what is all this marketing about?
Yes, so good question. What is marketing all about?
Yeah. So
I'll leave that
one to you to talk about.
Well, there's lots of definitions of marketing, and we all think we kind of have our own definition and think we know what marketing is to us. Remember the textbook, what was it, the textbook?
Definition,
that's the word, of marketing is identifying, anticipating and satisfying your customers' needs, which can mean several things to different people, really. But sometimes you over-complex it, sometimes, especially marketing agencies like ourselves or marketeers like ourselves can sometimes over-complex things. Marketing is just really about understanding who your customer is, talking to them with the right messages in their language, and hitting the right note with them, really, isn't it? And a lot of us will be doing marketing and not realise that we're doing marketing. I know you were talking to someone the other day, weren't you, that she thought she didn't do marketing at all, but
I think the thing is with people, they tend to get a lot of overwhelm when it comes to thinking about the marketing. There's so many things that you can potentially do, and everyone has a different opinion about, what's the right thing to do. Someone might say, well, you know what, I really like blogs, they work really well for me, and other people hate them, they don't like doing Facebooks. Here's an example of something that's completely alien to some people. But I think what we have to encourage people to do is kind of take a bit of a step back. And actually, the people are really, if you enjoy doing something, it makes life a bit easier when it comes to marketing. And certainly for the point of view is you're probably doing more than you actually think you are. And the part of this, what we wanted to do was get to kind of you guys to take a step back a little bit and think about things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis that, you know what, it is marketing, whether you think you're doing it or not. It might be how you turn up for a meeting, how you're dressed. It could be how clean your car is. Bad idea, mine's white and doesn't get cleaned that very often. Well, it does, but it doesn't stay clean that long. But it's also things like, you know, your fingernails, how you dress, all those kind of things are really important. But kind of taking another step back and looking at things like your letterhead and things like that. Every time you give something to someone, it's giving an impression of who you are. So these kind of things are very important. I think people get this, like I said before, a bit of an overwhelm of how they can they just don't know what to do. Sometimes it's a bit like, go back to being a kid, which is just like what we're all about as our branding. Is think about going to the sweet shop and it's like, oh, I quite fancy one of those, or I'll have a bit of that, or I'll pinch one of those, or oh, that looks really sparkly and good, I'll have one of those too. And suddenly you find yourself having lots and lots of things and not knowing what to do. So, you know, we encourage people to take that step back and just really think about it, because you will be doing lots of things that you don't realise.
It was like that client you were talking to was saying, she said, well, I don't really do any marketing, but she goes to networking groups and saying, well, every time you pick up the phone to a potential client, you are marketing. Think of your business cards that you're handing out, think of your website, lots of things that we're all doing. And we don't always realise that we are doing marketing. That's why brand's so important, and maintaining consistency in your brand values, everything you do. So brand is about a promise to your customers and deliver on those promises in whatever way that is.
I just realised I need to get a smaller mug. This mug looks ridiculously big on this camera. In fact, it's nearly as big as my head. So
that's because Mike's ridiculously small.
I'm small as well, but there you go. So I need to get a different mug for the next one. But when we got, again, going back to this fight, we were chatting and talking about it. And because sometimes it's what you do, what you don't know what you don't know. So what on the face of things can seem really complicated to someone who's in the industry, or we've been doing it for, you know, we've been around a while, shall we say. As a business, we've had a sort of 80 years experience between myself, Claire, and Gary, who's not here. You kind of take things for granted. So there is an element of assuming that people who you talk to know what you know. And that's not always the case. You know, we often talk about how, you know, keep things simple. Trying to explain this to my mum, for example, you've really got to go simple, otherwise she doesn't get it. But you've got to just take other people's thoughts into consideration when you're explaining things and how things can be done. Breaking things down suddenly doesn't become quite as daunting, and you can see the light bulb moment occasionally when you say something and it goes, oh, right, really? I didn't realise we could do that. And this is all about helping you guys to do things so you don't have to. You know, you want to be able to do as much as you can for yourself. You know your businesses. But, you know, sometimes it's still nice to have that challenge by third parties or other agencies just like us. So it is about just trying to bust some of those myths, and that's what we want to do over the next, indefinitely over the next Mondays, isn't it?
Yes, next few Mondays.
Next few Mondays we're going to be here and we'll think of a topic each week, or if you guys watching the videos and a bit later on, drop us a note on the social across the screen, drop us a note what your questions are, and maybe we can pick something up like that.
Yeah, we'd love you to post your challenges now and let us know what's challenging you at the moment, and we can maybe answer them now in this session. Yeah,
there's lots of things that I think people, we don't want to feel like it's a daft question. There's someone always say, there's never a daft question. So it's just about going, well, how do I do this, or what do you think, or how can we do this? There's lots of things out there, which is, again, one of the reasons why tomorrow we're running our boot camp, just to give some of these stuff away. We want to be able to help people with their marketing and make sure they can try and get things done themselves.
Yes, for small businesses, we don't have huge budgets, so we have to make sure that where we do invest our money is where we're going to get the most return on investment. And it's all about trying new things, like Mike said, but then measuring and seeing the success, because as a small business, we always have to be agile and flexible and move with the times and see what's happening and analyse the data to see what's working, and making sure that we're putting our money where we're going to get the best return for our investment and activity.
And every business is different as well. You know, there's no one solution to all of this stuff. Every business has a different requirement. They've got different clients. You talk to people in different ways. So there's loads of really good stuff, we can help with and start sharing. Which is what we're really passionate about. It's just not, we've both had experience of working with large corporate clients, we've got endless budgets, but this is about passing on what we've learned and how we can help and empower, you guys to be able to do stuff yourselves and just get on with it. It doesn't have to be frightening. It doesn't have to be scary. Sometimes it's just a case of getting on and doing it.
Okay.
So I'm trying to think what else we were going to talk to you about. Oh yeah, there was one other thing as well. As this sounds really unprofessional. Just like we're not scripted this at all. But ad-libbing as we go. But hey ho, that's the best way. We did try and do a mock run of this, but it didn't work. We just gave up on it. So this is how it is, straight out the tin, so to speak.
We'd love to get your feedback as well. Are you enjoying it? Are we boring you?
Are we wearing the right clothes? Are we clashing? Is my grey hair? Are we looking too grey on this? Not me personally, not so much Claire. Am I sitting too forward? Do I look bigger than Claire? Which is quite nice. But one of the other things we'd like you to do as well is if you go onto our ThinkSMART page, which you'll be on now, hopefully you've seen it, there's a link on there to what we're calling the Business Squad. And this is a group that we've set up with our other colleague Gary and his business Tendo, and another business called Hidden Gem, where the Business Squad is there to offer advice across a whole range of business topics. So
the three businesses, sorry,
why don't you?
Three businesses bring together. Hidden Gem is all about outsourcing and administration and support, business admin support. Tendo, Gary has more than 30 years experience in business mentoring and business background. So he brings that business mentoring element. And then us guys from the marketing side. So it's bringing together the key three principles of business. And we're there on hand. It's where we hang out most of the time, really, there to answer any questions you guys have. But also you can discuss and bounce ideas off other entrepreneurs that are part of the group.
Yeah, so the Business Squad is there to help drive a community, build a community. We want to be able to go there and get on talking to each other, build some great relationships. And we just know over a matter of time this will be going to be something great. So thank you for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed it. Claire, you've got something stuck on the end of your finger, which is which is a bit of tape which we've had around the whole microphone.
But I'm nervous.
Sorry,
we'll do it again.
So thanks for joining us. We'd love to get any feedback as and when you can do. And we really look forward to hearing from you. Please join the Business Squad. It'd be great to see you in there. Yeah. And we look forward to seeing you all very, very soon. Cheers.
Bye.